I thought I'd start with they asked me to do a couple of tragic songs, so I said, all right. So I just want to prepare you that. So I'm going to, the middle song's not going to be tragic. So, but this is a song that I introduce myself, usually if I was with somebody. And so I remember Dave Bromberg had heard me do this song, and he had me come to the bottom line, and Dave Van Ronk and Tom Paxson were in the dressing room, and he said, do that song. And so this is the song that introduced me to a lot of people, and so I thought it would be a good song to start with. It's called On the Road to Fairfax County. He came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart. On the road to Fairfax County, I spied a highwayman. He wanted all my money. My heart beat like a drum. I gave him all my money, and sweet he smiled at me. His beauty I took pity beneath black oak tree. We kissed but for an hour. The sun was newly warm. The clouds were as the flowers that bloom but for a morn. He gave back all my money and vowed most gallantly he promised for to meet me that night beneath the tree. We'd flee to some far island, and there we would be wed, and freely we would live there with no price upon his head. That night I went to meet him with my inheritance. He kissed me neath the half moon, and joyful we did dance. Oh, love betrays all secrets. It whispers in the breeze. The sheriff he did follow with all his deputies, like hounds rushing to slaughter the fox whose lucky run. And he stood erect and cursed them, God damn you everyone. They seized him in a fury and heeding not my plea, they hung him from the oak tree where he made love to me. Oh, once I loved an outlaw. He came and stole my heart. Oh, how I count the hours since we were torn apart. You know, I meant to do that to take the sound out for the dramatic effect. That was pretty good. This is one of the songs from my fairy saga. When I was a boy, in our neighborhood there was a lot, big lot, about 3 acres, and on it a bunch of maple trees, and in the middle of these maple trees, sort of protected, was an apple tree, and it was huge, and it was way out. I'd never seen such a big apple tree. And the kids would like gather there and just talk about the world, boys and girls, it didn't matter. We had our favorite branches. And then somebody, it was magic, you know, because there was no separation. Boys and girls usually separate to play, but in this tree, everybody had their own little thing. And we ate a lot of green apples. And then somebody bought the property, decided they might be sued if somebody fell out of the tree and broke an arm, and they cut down the tree. Aww. And it has bothered me my whole life, and so for the last 10 years I've written this fairy saga where somehow there's fairies in the tree, and they get the children that climb there to be changelings for 2 weeks. And they help to fight this person that's going to cut it down. So it's 4 CDs, 23 chapters, 23 songs, 4 65-minute CDs. It takes some commitment. But they go to a school, elementary school, and I wrote a school song. So I would never have written this if Lisi Tribble hadn't gone to LA when she was a high school exchange student. She was going to the Philippines, and all the girls out there in LA, they called up all the big movie stars, Cary Grant and such. Nobody answered the phone, but Lisi, her favorite actor, who had been Johnny Appleseed in the Disney, who was the singer of that? Dennis Day. And guess who answered his phone? She was the only one that got her movie star. So I've loved that story for a long time. So when I decided I needed a little junior elementary school, I wrote a school song, and here it is. Remember the melody, because I'm going to have you singing a little bit of it toward the end. This is called The Man Who Planted Apple Trees. Johnny Appleseed. He was a friend to all in need. He wore a mush pot for a hat and would not even kill a rat. Some thought he was so very odd, the way he spread the word of God. God that made room for us all, no matter how big or how small. He had no use for gun or knife. In heaven he would find a wife. He wandered barefoot in the wild and spoke the language of a child. To the Iroquois and Cherokees,
man who planted apple trees was touched by the great Spirit's kind, and by his works would never die. Now you sing along with me. His seeds away for free, from Ohio to Tennessee, and though he never sought out fame, at night the insects called his name. Johnny, Johnny. His name was Johnny Appleseed. He was a friend to all in need. He wore a mush pot for a hat, and would not even kill a rat. Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to finish with a sad song. Tom Russell does this song, and I'm told that he introduces it by saying, "This is the saddest song I've ever heard, and it's written by that son of a bitch, David Massengill." I like that very much. I'd like to bring out Diana Jones to help me sing this a little bit. You're gonna hear her in the second set, and we're gonna try to do this. It's my favorite song, and it's I sang this for Edsel Martin, the man who made this dulcimer, and I've got actually 3 of his dulcimers today. And that one there, I said, "Would you make me another dulcimer?" He said, "Yeah, I'll make you another dulcimer. It'd be $1,000. And I said, "Wow." And he said, "Well, I'll make it $250. Mountain bargaining, I guess. Anyway, I'm lucky to have this dulcimer. I'm lucky to have Nancy with me. I remember she opened for me one time upstate, and she sent me some things, and I actually wrote her a letter back saying she was the best I'd ever heard of all the people that I played with. Remember that?
That's so sweet.
I hope you say that.
I did say that.
Okay.
It's framed in my
Well,
office.
I'm getting archived in North Carolina.
No, you're big time now.
So here's the second song. It's called Ride on the North. Once I rode an orphan train, and my brother did the same. They split us up in Missouri. James was 5, I was 3. He got taken by some bear. But for me, they did not care. We were brave and united when they made us say goodbye. That was the last I saw of him for some family took me. But I swore I'd run away. down on Everest peaks, all the faces that I meet, and I wonder, could one be my brother James come back to me? Though I don't know where he's gone, I have searched my whole life long. Now I rode from town to town. There's nothing lost and found. Sometimes I dream a pleasant sight. My brother James and I unite, remembering our last goodbye. No longer grave, we start to cry. I hope he lives a life of ease, and all his days a soft warm breeze. May he sit upon a throne, and may he never sleep alone. Once I rode an orphan train, and my brother did the same. They split us up in Missouri. James was 5 and I was 3.